Brought to you by Kellogg's, the folks who bring the best to you each morning. The widest choice of cereals in the forms you like best. Yours from Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now let's all play What's My Line?
And now let's meet our award-winning panel of What's My Line. Now, the delightful star of stage and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a young man affectionately known by all of you who will debut a new series called Overland Trials on another network on February 7th, Mr. William Bendix.
It's Overland Trail.
I know, we've just been talking about the Finch murder and I got it mixed up. Overland Trail, not trial.
Thank you. And now a young lady who is jetting back and forth every week, covering that sensational trial in Los Angeles and doing a magnificent job, Dorothy Kilgallen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to say that it's worth traveling 3,000 miles to come back to our publisher panelist, Bennett Cerf.
And here's our dauntless panel moderator, one might say our Overland Trial, Dr. John Charles Daly.
Well, glad the defendants have all been heard from. Meeting will please come to order. We'll be up to our usual tricks with the panel, and we'll also have a famous mystery guest before the panel a little bit later in the program. We'll meet our first challenger after this word.
Click today.
And now let's meet our first challenger. Will you come in and sign in, please? Evelyn, I, Frank E. Is it Miss or Mrs. Frankie?
Miss.
Miss Frankie, where are you from?
West Babylon, Long Island.
West Babylon?
That's right.
Long Island. Oh, well, you're practically a neighbor. I'm sure that our panel members are all familiar, too. Miss Frankie, the panel. Would you join me over here, please? Tell me, Miss Frankie, do you know how we keep score?
Yes, I do.
You know how we keep score? We'll let the audience here in the theater and those who are looking in at home know exactly what your line is. All right, panel, we will tell you that Miss Frankie is self-employed, and let's begin the general questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Miss Frankie, does the work that you do bring you into contact with people?
Yes.
Is there any product involved in what you do?
No.
That's 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Frankie.
Does it require dexterity or skill, the work that you do?
Yes.
Is it better to be strong than weak?
Yes.
Muscle counts in your job? Or the
Yes.
handling of your muscles?
To some degree, I would say.
Sometimes.
Would it be considered in any way a sport, the kind of work that you do? Is it sporting?
No.
No, I don't think so. 2 down and 8 to go, Bill Bendix.
A bouncer is sporting.
Nothing sporting, Miss Frankie. Then there is no Johnny connected with your
There's
Frankie
no
and
what?
Johnny.
We got it. We got it.
You go to visit people to do what you do?
Sometimes.
Do they come to you?
Yes.
Does your work include both conversation and physical contact?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Does it make the people that you go to or who come to you happier to...
I hope so.
Do you give them any advice?
Sometimes.
You do give them advice.
Yes.
Is it advice on their physical well-being?
Sometimes. Yes.
Yes. Do you advertise your services in any way?
You mean formally advertised?
Formally
Bill,
advertised.
In the sense of taking newspaper
Do the people
advertisements?
find out about you through advertising or?
Small conference.
Somebody's going to get an ad out of this.
No.
The answer would be no.
No.
No?
Yeah. Took us a long time, but we found it.
Miss Frankie.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Miss Frankie, since you have said that there is no product involved, and yet muscles count, you couldn't be lifting a product or pushing a product. Do you lift or push or in any way move people?
Yes.
Can both sexes enjoy your moving or pushing or whatever it is? Are they apt to be adults rather than children?
No.
Are they apt to be adults rather than children?
No.
Small conference.
He pushes kids around.
You never had that occupation.
Dorothy, we're going to assume that in the phrasing of the question as you put it, you were not excluding children or excluding adults.
I was, I think, thinking of the majority, the most
Then on
logical.
On that basis, you get an affirmative.
She would deal more with adults than with children.
Yes.
Do you touch these people above the waist?
Yes.
Do you touch them below the waist, too?
Yes.
Do you, in any sense, need them? K-N-E-A-D?
Yes.
Are you a masseuse?
No.
That's very good. 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Smith.
Well, you do bounce them about, but you're not a masseuse. Do they lie down while you're manipulating them? Both
Yes.
people? Do you wear something like a nurse's uniform when you're performing these services?
Yes.
Are you a nurse?
No.
That's 5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
Would your work be therapeutic in any way?
Yes.
Have you ever been considered a therapist?
No.
Well, in the general classification...
General classification, yes.
Uh-huh. But that isn't your job, therapy.
Oh,
No.
you were
No, I
asking
am
that
saying, no, that is not your job, therapy.
No, but
John?
you defined the terms of reference of the original question, and you now get a no. That makes it 6 down and 4 to go. I know you've been away. You wouldn't do it otherwise, Mr. Bendy.
Your job does have a title.
Yes.
A specific title that's well known to everyone.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, I got the thing. Tell me about it now. Yeah.
May we have a
Can we have a
You may have 15 seconds for a conference.
Maybe Miss Frankie is a chiropractor,
Chiropractor,
or
something like that.
You know, manipulate the
Is your job also known? What you do is also known as a profession.
Yes.
Take a chance.
Take a chance, Bill.
Take a chance.
Are you a chiropractor?
Yes.
Very nicely done, panel, I must say. That,
No, me, not the panel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Very nicely done, Bill.
Huh?
And I just wish you weren't
I had a
saddled
bad
with...
start, but I finished up all right.
I'm
Had
sorry.
you worried there for a minute? I meant Frankie and Johnny.
Oh, no. Bennett's supposed to do that.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. That was very good. I'm sorry you're saddled with those other 3, Bill, but you
Yes,
came through.
I'll try to bear
And
up
I
on
must say, Dr. Frankie, thank you for being a great guest on What's My Line. We had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Well, let's see what we can do with another challenge. Would you come in?